Hey guys, what is up? K.E.M here, and today I'm going to be showing you another class setup video. I know I did say at the start of the series it would be daily, but I'm just finding it hard to get myself some time to do it. Just need to get my mind together to try and get round to doing these. I have been uploading quite a lot of gameplays often and quite recently, so that's what I've been up to. So as it is the Easter holidays and I am going to be off school, I am going to be trying to get more of these class out videos in. I'm going to try and get up to what's next. I'm going to try and get up to the marksman rifles by the end of the holidays. I don't know how long I've got. I think I've got 14 days left. I'm not too sure. And there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 more. So I'll try and get past the marksman rifles. I'm not too sure how that's going to go, but yeah, I'll certainly try my best. Anyway, in today's video we're going to be using the Vepr, well, showcasing the Vepr if you will, like telling you what using when, just some guidelines. You don't have to follow them. As always, we are going to be doing the K.E.M strike, assault, support, rush and a hidden class setup. Starting off with the K.E.M, we've got suppressor and extended mags. Extended mags, you start off with a lot more ammo, especially when you're using fully loaded in the perks. Suppressor so that you can remain hidden, obviously, because if you're new to K.E.Ms, I would suggest using a suppressor so that the enemies can't find your position. You are going to need sleight of hand so that you can reload a lot quicker. I find it so hard to play Call of Duty without having my sleight of hand on. It is like my main perk. I can't play without that. Dead silence so that the enemy can't hear you. A lot of people in this game use sound to their advantage, and dead silence does cut off half of them unless they're using amplify. So that's what I'd use that for. Focus, because with this the kick is fairly bad unless you get used to it. I am used to it a tiny bit. I'm not completely used to it, but I still use focus. So that's why I've got that there. Fully loaded, you start with a ton more ammo, so you don't need scavenger for a lot longer in. Hardline, so that you get all your specialists one early, and of course your K.E.M will come one early. Also, because it's a submachine gun, the damage is going to be lower than an assault rifle, so you are going to be getting quite a few assists. I'm not saying there's going to be assists galore. You're going to get some assists, and like you could get 1 or 2 kills counting towards it from 4 assists, which could help you out immensely. It depends how familiar you are with K.E.Ms. It all depends. Even though I have had about 15 K.E.Ms, I think it is now, I still use hardline because it's such an amazing perk. It's always there for when like you get an assist. It does help so much. And if you've seen my kill confirmed gameplay where I die one off, I took hardline off the game before, which was really frustrating. So that's what, like, if you go watch that, then that is what can happen. So yeah, moving back onto the video's like objective, I've got Deadeye so that you don't get as many assists or hit markers. You're more likely to take the enemy down first time. Stalker so that you move around while aiming, dodging these bullets. Quick draw, you can aim in on the enemy a lot accurate, and just before they get their first bullet on you. Um, and also that like works well with the ready up, so that's why I've got that combination going on there. Here's a submachine gun and you've got extended mag, so you can afford to spray and pray. That's why I've got steady aim on for if you come into a sticky situation when you're later on into your streak. Scavenger, I've already said you won't need that for a while, so that's why it's at the bonus at 15 because it's got hardline here. It would be 16 if you didn't have hardline, so that's how much it can help. Amplify, because when you hit 16, 15 kill streak, you are going to try and slow your gameplay down so that you can hear the enemies. And Amplify can like give away their position really well. And then ICU is so that you can regenerate health a lot faster. So if an enemy does start shooting at you, then you can regenerate on the corner to reload super quick with the sleight of hand, and that can help really well. Moving on to the assault, I've got the muzzle brake and the extended mags. Muzzle brake because you can't fit Deadeye into the perks with all these perks, so that does give you the extra damage. It doesn't give as much damage as the Deadeye would, but nonetheless it does help a lot. I always use muzzle brake. I never really go for K.E.Ms with this gun, but I would recommend using muzzle brake on this gun, and also extended mags also. Ready up again so you can get first bullet. Sleight of hand for the quicker reloading. You've also got the dead silence, so that the enemies can't hear you, because sound hoarding or sound whoring, whatever you want to call it. Um, just enemies use sounds to their advantage so much. It depends what kind of lobby you're in. And if you're in a fairly lucky lobby and like the people like or low levels, they won't really understand the dead silence and the hearing advantages just yet until they get further into the game. So you can sort of work it out that way yourself. Focus, with it being a submachine gun, it does kick around a little bit, so that focus can help you quite a significant amount. And also the fully loaded, so you don't run out of ammo. Hardline, so you get your kill streaks earlier. With the strike package, it's completely up to you, whatever you feel confident and comfortable. So combine the both then. Sorry, I am really tired. I've been up all night. It's currently like 22. So you know. Moving on to support, we've got the Vepr with muzzle brake and extended mags. Uh, Once again, same reasons. And we've got the ready up, sleight of hand, and marathon, so that you can rush around, reload quicker, and you can get your gun up and ready a lot faster than the enemy, so you can get that first bullet advantage. You've also got the dead silence perk, so that they can't be, so that you cannot be heard. It, so that you cannot be detected by the enemy using sound to their advantage. Also, there is scavenger, because you're going to be running around a little bit more as its support. When you die, it doesn't really make that much of a difference as your streak carries on throughout death. You've also got focus, which when you're running around, you need to have all the accuracy you can, so that does help quite a lot. Also, with the strike package in this video, you can choose that for yourself, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you feel confident with, whatever you feel would be best to use in the game mode that you play. If you're playing SNR, I wouldn't suggest using Oracle, because you're very rarely going to get there. So it's completely up to you, that one. Rush class, we've got the ready up, so that you can ready your gun up quicker. Agility and marathon, obviously it's rushing. Steady aim, so that when you're rushing around, you can spray and pray. Dead sound, so that the enemy can't hear you when you're running around, and focus, so that you can maintain accuracy while aiming down sights and being shot. Muzzle brake for the extra damage, and extended mag, so that you don't need to reload as often, as you do not have sleight of hand in the perks. I would suggest using support. Once again, it's whatever you feel confident and comfortable. So this one, the strike package in a lot of my class ups, is completely up to you, whatever you feel confident and comfortable with. So just use these classes as guidelines. You don't have to use them, it's just whatever suits you. I'm just giving what I would use and what has worked well for me. With the hidden class, we've got the suppressor and we've got a red dot. Red dot for the extra range, suppressor obviously you want to remain hidden. The reticle, I would recommend using the blue. That is by far my favourite, but it all depends on what you feel like. Blind eye, dead silence, off the grid, sit rep, and fully loaded. Fully loaded, so that you don't like have to run out and pick up an unsuppressed gun to like keep your ammo when you're on a streak, so that will keep you going. You've also got sit rep, so that you can see IEDs, things like that the enemy have scattered around the outskirts of the map, so you can just stay alive for as long as possible while remaining hidden. Also, you'll be able to see motion sensors, so that will also keep you hidden with that sit rep. Off the grid, so that you're undetectable by the mini map, which is like satcoms and such like that. You're obviously hidden due to having the suppressor attachment on, but that does help a lot further. Dead silence, so that the enemy can't hear you, and blind eye, so that you're undetectable by air support, oracle system detections like sentry gun. I would suggest using assault, because the support strike package mostly reveal your position, like squad members follow you around, night owls follow you around, things like that. So I would suggest using assault and use things like unmanned things like what could we use? You could use a battle hind, or like if you're going for like a maniac or a juggernaut, you can call that in, get that, and then go running around in that like a headless chicken. Do whatever you want. So whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you see suitable. And with the camos, I never do camos, because it's sort of just like it's all up to you. Because if I put gold on, you guys might not have gold. If I put scale on, you might not have scale, or whatever it's called. Things like that. Like I would suggest using darker camos rather than bright ones like gold or warcry, because like when you're trying to hide or when you're on a streak, you don't want to be as visible from the enemy, unless like you're rushing around. It doesn't really make that much difference. guns, but you don't want to be seen as visible. But if you want to show off your gold guns, then go ahead, you can do it. I'm not saying don't use gold, it is a wonderful colour. Yeah, I'm just giving a bit of a hint there, bit of a hint and tip. So there you are, guys, this has been my class set video for the Vepr. Sorry if I've mixed up my words or anything like that, but I am extremely tired. I've been up all night and now it's 25 past 6. Full 24 hours plus. Been playing Extinction, things like that. I've uploaded some SNR, S&D play. Guys, bye.